Hi guys, welcome to the fourth episode of the Me and My Dog and Some Yarn video podcast. My name is Kim, also known as Black Horse on Ravelry, and I'm your host. Today is Sunday, October 20th, 2013, and here in Houston we have had a cool front come through. It is about 64 degrees outside and the weather is beautiful. There's not a cloud in the sky. So I'm super excited about that. I got to pull out my sweatshirt. I'm wearing a sweatshirt for the first time this fall. And you guys can't see, but it is a Texan sweatshirt. The Texans play this afternoon, I think about 3 or 3:30. And I'm going to go watch a little bit of it with my husband. I am not a sports fan. I do not like football. I will watch it if we actually go to a live game. But I don't like to watch football on TV, but a fellow Cougar is playing today, and so I'm going to cheer on Case Keenum, and I hope he can turn it around, and I hope we finally win a game. So, this is my little kitty, Lucy. Some of you guys have mentioned that I do not show my kitties enough in my podcast. I have 2 cats. This is my oldest, Lucy. She looks very similar to Kanga, and since Lucy's gotten older, she's 16. Since she's gotten older, she's lost a lot of weight. Well, not a lot, but she has lost some weight, and now she's about the same size as Kanga. So honestly, I get them confused. They look exactly alike from the side and the back. Their faces are completely different. Lucy has a real boxy face. She has a grumpy face, actually. Saying hi, Nunu. Okay, so I guess we'll get started. I'll show you my Boxy sweater. Put Lucy down, see if she'll lay here in my lap. I'm still working on Boxy, and this is a pattern by Joji Locatelli. I don't know what I did with the pattern. Had it a minute ago. Here it is. There it is. Okay, so this is by Joji Locatelli. It's an oversized sweater knit in fingering weight yarn. And Lulu, come here. Let's lay down. Okay, so I have made some progress since you guys saw it last. I'm knitting it in the round. It has 2 options. You can knit it flat and seam it when you're finished, or you can knit it in the round. I am knitting it in the round. The yarn is Pattern Stretch Sock by Pattern. Come here, honey. Alright, so when you guys saw it last, I had split the front and the back, but I actually finished the front. I bound off for the neck, and I did the 2 sides, and so I have live stitches on waist yarn and on stitch holder, and I'm knitting the back. I have about 3 inches of the back done, and I need about 2.5 more inches. And then I can start the back with the 2 shoulders and binding off at the neck. Once I do that, I have not read the pattern thoroughly, but I believe I'll probably either Kitchener stitch these 2 together, or maybe there's more knitting. I'm not really sure. But I have made quite a bit of progress on Boxy, and I'm really excited about that. I need to finish this for my New York trip, so I think I can do it. I think I can. Alright, I'm not knitting on a whole lot because of the Boxy sweater and because I'm on a time crunch. But I did pull out a market bag that I had started last year, and then I put it down. It's a Christmas market bag. The yarn is well, I don't know the colorway. It's probably Christmas, and it is Sugars and Cream cotton yarn. You can find it at Joann's, Hobby Lobby, just really anywhere that sells yarn. I think Walmart even sells it, maybe, or they have a different brand, but it's just cotton yarn. And the pattern is called The Everlasting Bagstopper by Amy R. Singer. And I knitted one last, well, October 8th. No, not October. When did I knit it? I think it was June 2008. This is called I named it To Market Chocolate Market Bag. And I love this pattern. I've knit a whole bunch. I have 3 of these in the back of my car, and I use these as my grocery sacks. And I love them. You can see that it washes up well. I've had this one since 2008. I wash it maybe every 2 or 3 times from going to the grocery store, unless it gets dirty and unless they put meat in here. Usually I have them put meat in plastic, but sometimes they put it in here, and that's okay because it's washable. You can wash it and dry it. And I did not like the straps on the original pattern, so I made my own straps. I really like these. It stretches a lot, so you can put a lot in here. I love them. So anyways, I'm making this as a gift. I'm thinking about adding a jar of my homemade spaghetti sauce with a bottle of wine and maybe some Italian cookies, and then putting, some dried pasta in there, and that would make a wonderful, wonderful gift for Christmas. And then they can keep the bag, and they'll have something to keep, as well as after they enjoy their food and their treats. So anyways, that's something I went ahead and pulled out of one of my drawers, and I've decided I'm going to finish it this year. I don't really like knitting on wooden needles. I don't know why. A lot of people love wooden needles, but it seems to catch real bad on the yarn, especially the cotton yarn. And yeah, I don't really enjoy knitting on this because of that. So next time I knit one, it's not gonna be on wooden needles. So those are my works in progress. I don't have any finished objects, so I guess I will move on to enhancements. My enhancements, I ordered some Knit Picks yarn in the spooky colorway. It's fingering Felicity yarn, I guess is how you say it. I don't know. There it goes. It's in the spooky colorway. I am knitting. It's a new pattern. It's going to be a neck piece, but that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm thinking about making the pattern a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'm thinking about doing a knit-along, mystery knit-along for Christmas. And if we decide to do that in the group, I'm gonna make it something that we do in November, so that you can wear it in December, get a whole month's wear out of it. Yeah, so I might be starting a thread in the group to do that, probably right after Halloween, November, first part of November. So I'm really excited. It's turning out really cute, and I think you guys, if you don't want it for yourself, maybe you could give it as a gift. I think it's something that a lot of ladies would like to wear, and girls, teenagers. Yeah, so more about that later on. I forgot to give out the prize. I was going to do that first off. So let me do that. Last week, my mom and I went to a yarn crawl, and I had opened a thread last week in our group to give away the Woolly Wonka sock yarn. And so one lucky viewer is going to win this in just a minute. Let me see. I downloaded my new app. This is the first time using it. We had 24 entries. Well, actually 23 because the first one doesn't count. So I'm going to enter in numbers 2 through 24, and I'm going to generate a number. Oops, hang on. 24. Generate number, and the number is 19. Lucky number 19. Let me see who that is. Number 19 is Simon A. Maloney. Simon A. Maloney is from Ohio. And, Simona. I'm sorry. Simona Maloney. I didn't notice that until I went to your page. But anyways, Simona, go ahead and send me a private message in Ravelry. Give me an address to where I can send this yarn to you. Congratulations. That's exciting. You're going to have some new yarn to knit with. So message me. So I'm really enjoying giving out prizes, and I don't really have a whole bunch of prizes to give out. But I have decided to give the next prize. I'm going to give out one of my project bags that I sew up. I love to sew as well as knit, and I've sewn a bunch of project bags, and I have them on Etsy. My shop name is Black Horse Fashions, and I'm going to go ahead and give this project bag to a lucky viewer. It's made out of cotton fabric. It's fully lined. It's great. It's a great size for socks or shawl, scarf, hat, mittens. It's a smaller project bag, but it does hold quite a bit. And so it's got the square flat bottom. So after I film this podcast, I'm going to go to our group on Ravelry, Me and My Dog and Some Yarn, and I'm going to open up a contest or a prize page for this. So, anyways, so my enhancements. I showed you this. I ordered 2 skeins of this to make the new pattern, and I did not really get too many other things. I did receive something from my mother. She was cleaning out her crafts, and she gave me some old vintage knitting needles. They're Lee Ward's brand, size 13 circular knitting needles. And I don't know, some of you might be old enough to remember Lee Ward's. Here in Houston, back in the 70s and 80s, we did not have Michael's in Hobby Lobby like we do today. We had Lee Ward's, and you're really only place you could go to buy knitting supplies was Lee Ward's. I don't recall that they had any local yarn stores back then. You just had to go to Lee Ward's. Most of the yarn was acrylic, and if any of you received Afghans from your grandmothers, they probably bought their yarn at Lee Ward's, and they probably knitted on this kind of needle. So I was excited about this. I remember as a kid going into Lee Ward's with my mom and my grandma and my Aunt Becky. We would go in there and spend a long time. They had more than yarn. It was like a Michael's. They had you know. Back in those days, they had a lot of macrame stuff. I remember seeing that. They had beads and embroidery floss, things like that. But this was exciting. Thank you, Mom. I'm going to add this to my knitting needles collection. And yesterday, my mom and I, we got out for a little bit. She had knee surgery, and she's doing wonderful. And we decided to go to Trader Joe's and get Dottie her her hip and joint treats. She's laying down here on the floor. She is totally out. Can you guys see her? Part of her. We'll let her sleep. Otherwise she'll drive us crazy. But while I was down at Trader Joe's, we went to Knitting in the Loop. It's down off of Westheimer and real close to Trader Joe's. So we stopped in Knitting in the Loop, and we didn't buy any yarn because, well, we bought a lot of yarn last week. So we decided to just look around. We were there anyways. So we both purchased some new Bryce Spun needles. A lot of people look down on plastic needles, but I really, really love these. The first time that I used these was about 2 years ago when Tori graduated from Auburn University. A friend of mine had sent me the Beekeepers pattern by Tiny Owl Knits, and I could not wait to get back to Houston to use my own needles and my own yarn. So I looked at knitting shops in Auburn, and there actually was one because the time before that there weren't any. So I ran by that store and I bought Bryce Spun in the double pointed needles, and I really, really love those. They're a little bit flexible. They're very smooth. They don't catch on anything, and so I decided, since I saw these at Knitting in the Loop at 25% off, that I would go ahead and get them and give them a try. So we have new needles. Yay. Alright, so I guess that leads me to my section of the podcast where I show you a vintage knitting magazine. The one I'm going to show you today is called New Hand Knits for Men and Women in the New Loop-Aire and Alpaca-Mist yarn, and it is from 1964, and as you can see, it looks like it's from 1964. I purchased this one for $3, and I remember that because it's right inside. But at an antique store, I can't remember the name of the antique store, but it is in Spring, Texas, which is out 2920 and 45. They actually have two antique stores out there. One is in a mall, the other one is across the street on 2920, and that's where I purchased this one. And got some really cute patterns. Some I would wear, some I wouldn't. This is a turtleneck and a vest. I could not imagine wearing both a turtleneck and a vest out of knitted yarn. I would just smother and be way too hot here in Houston. Here is a men's cardigan, pullover sweater. Sorry, it's not a cardigan, it's a pullover sweater. And it is knit with a cable. It's really cute. I like that. I would knit it for my husband, but I'm not sure he would wear it. He's not a sweater kind of guy. Here is a twin set, a lady's shell and cardigan. That cardigan is super cute. I wouldn't mind knitting this. Looks like it has eyelet, rows of eyelet. I think that's really, really cute, and I like the raglan sleeve. I really like that. Here is a vest, lady's vest. I'm not really a fan of this. That one's really plain, buttons up the front. Here are some cardigans, ladies' cardigans. One is cable. It's 3/4 length. Yeah, well, they're both 3/4 length. I'm not sure I would wear that brown one, but the pink one is cute. And it is in that Bear Brand's Loop-Aire. It's I don't know what you call that, but it's the yarn is like loopy. It's got little knots ever so often. I can't remember what they call that. Here's another made out of the same yarn. I don't know if you guys can see that it's loopy. That's kind of cute. I might wear that. Color is a little big for me. Here is a men's pullover sweater in a V-neck. Also in the same yarn, but it looks more of a tweed. And then this is a lady's dress. I believe my mom would call that a shift. She said back in the 60s and 70s they wore shifts, and they were just a pullover dress that was straight. That looks like a shift. And here are two more. Here is a lady's cardigan. Buttons up the front, has little pockets on the front. And then I love this one. I can see myself knitting this one. This is super cute. That would be cute to knit it in a sparkly kind of yarn. So you could wear it to a Christmas party or New Year's Eve. I think that would be really, really cute. That might go on my knitting list. Here are some more. I really like the stripe one. I think that's cute. I'm not so sure I like the colors, but I like the fact that it's raglan and that it's 3/4 length. The other sweater, I'm not liking the collar. A double collar. It's just too bulky for me. But I do like the pattern of the cabling pattern that's in the sweater. If I made that, I would probably change the collar. Oh, I like this one. I do like that. That's cute. I mean, even though it's from 1964, I could see that being something I would wear. And I really like the men's pullover. Even though my husband isn't a sweater kind of guy, I think he would wear that. I think that might be it. Yes, that was it. So that is Hand Knits for Men and Women, New Loop-Aire and Alpaca-Mist by Bear Brand and Fleisher Yarns. It's from 1964. I love the hairstyle. I think that's so cute. I like it. So if you would like me to show a particular book, you can go through Ravelry with my name at Black Horse, and then you can send me a message letting me know which book you would like to see, and I'll be happy to show that to you. So I guess that's all I have. I do want to let you guys know that there are 115 people now that have joined our group, and yeah, 115 people. I cannot believe that 115 people have joined the group. Yay, I'm so excited. So from last week we had 81 people. So I was just going to read off the names of our new members, and I want to thank you guys for checking me out. So if I mispronounced your name, I'm very sorry. I am not very good at names, as you guys know. But here it goes. The list of new people to our group is KR Ange, Phoenix Fire, 827 Nini, Three Trees, Zelator, Country Girl 1986, Lady Shops a Lot, Adriana 13, Knit a Little, Frog a Stitch, Busy Nurse, AKA Joy, Knitting Doink, Liz Stitches, Adrian 59, A Socks, Knit Designs, Cal Shirley, Happy K, Amy's Yarn Cafe, Adrienne, Knit 155, A Tara, A Free Spirit, Caro 72, Abart Fisher, Dramatic Mandy, Mia's Mama, or Mia's Mama, Miesmama, Knittin' Crazy. Scroll up here for a minute. Let's see, where was I? Okay, so Knittin' Crazy, TARDIS Traveler 42, Renee Loves to Knit, Katie May 1229, JK Planet 2, 4 Kitties Havel, and I Love My iPad. So, welcome guys. I'm glad that you joined our group. I hope you will participate in our group. I can't wait to see what kind of projects you have and learn more about you guys. So, welcome, and I guess that's it for today. I'm going to go watch some Texans play, and I'm going to root and cheer for Case Keenum. And I guess I will see you guys back next Sunday. And I hope you have a totally awesome week. And I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.